Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. This is pretty much where I am with this story at this point. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, let's just kind of skip ahead. Finn found Steffi. And I gotta sit there and say that out of all the soap operas I've watched over the years, I've never seen them come to a conclusion faster than today's episode. And I've been watching soap operas since high school. Oof, you really want to sit there and get this shit over with. So Luna is surprised to see Finn. Finn is asking all sorts of questions like, I can't find her. She's not at the retreat where she was supposed to be at. Have you seen her? And, Luna is not there trying to brush him off. I'm very busy. I'm swamped with work. I'm trying to keep myself busy. I'm worried about Mom Dukes and everything. And, he asks and asks and asks. And there's one point where she gets kind of defensive and she's like, no, I said no. Like, okay, all right, you can, he's just kind of worried, like his cousin, your cousin's just kind of worried about where his wife is. Why are you sitting there getting so snappy and everything? Um, but, she's like, hey, listen, if I hear anything, I'll let you know. And then she leaves. She goes back to the apartment. Steffi throughout this entire time is just yelling and screaming. It's just like, how long do I gotta sit there and listen to this for? Anyway, she gets to the house. Gets to the apartment. She's still yelling and screaming. She's doing her whole begging and pleading again. Let me go. I'll help you out. I'll sit there and talk about your bad childhood and boo-hoo and everything like that. Right? Luna's like, I need to think. I just need to sit there and think. Now, I've been sitting there saying for days, you got some food right there. Might as well sit there and just eat and drink. People have been sitting there saying, well, she doesn't trust him. She doesn't trust her. Sure, he got drugged once. I'm kind of just like, well, she's already in the case, so, what's the worst that can wind up happening? Yeah, I said that. So she decides to put something in her drink, in her water. And so now I'm just like, well, I feel like in a lot of ways I was right still, but I can say where I was wrong. Let's be honest. This whole her trying to feed her and give her water and everything like that was just stupid from get go. And um, Annie and a couple other subscribers, and I think one other subscriber was like, the problem with her eating and drinking is that at some point she's going to have to go to the bathroom. Unless she's just going to go to the bathroom herself, there's really no point of her actually eating and drinking. Like, it's just kind of like, that's another problem. But the biggest plot hole is like, what's the point of you feeding her if you're just going to kill her anyway? Now, she was like, hey, listen, the bulldozer are outside and they're just going to tear through this whole place, right? And I'm kind of just like, that's not how that works. But okay, sure, fine, whatever. Now, Finn apparently was probably following her, kicks down the door, slow motion scene. So he runs to the cage, she runs out the door, and now Lee was thinking about what Finn was saying, like, maybe Finn has a point. Maybe, Luna could have possibly did it. I don't know. Let me sit there and check on the apartment. And so she went there. She sees Luna running out the door. She looks and they look at each other. And she runs down the stairs. They're both running, they're both running, both running. So Luna runs into a dead end. It's also kind of a metaphor, I guess, if you really think about it. So she literally reached the end of the line. Boy, it seemed like the writers could not wait to sit there and get this story over with. Now, Ridge and Taylor are calling everyone. They're trying to find out everything they possibly can. Where can Stuffy be? They're trying to keep calm, but they call the cops. Hell, um, Ridge even called, even Texas Baker. Like, hey, listen, keep a lookout. Talks to Carter. Hell, at this point, they even think they're trying to get a PI to try to find out what's going on. And that's was pretty much the end of this whole thing. I literally cannot think of anything else that wound up happening. But yeah, so they're gonna get her back. Oh, also Ridge and Taylor, they were just talking about how amazing and how she's pretty much how Steffi is just the best human being on the entire goddamn planet. I mean, I get it. That's their coping mechanism. They want to keep calm, and that's the best way they can sit there and go about it. But oh, and also Taylor blames herself because why not? I mean, Taylor comes in whenever they need a way to start things up with Brooke and Ridge, right? But it's kind of bad because it makes her kind of a somewhat absentee parent. Yes, I get it. Steffi's a lot older now. But there were so many times where Steffi could have used Taylor. Like when she had a motorcycle accident, she was hooked on pills and stuff. They could have used her there. She wasn't there. And so when she comes in, she's like, I'm so sorry for missing so much of your life. And they're so willing to be like, no, it's totally fine. It's totally okay. It's like, no, it's really not okay. You sat there and you was halfway around the world helping everyone else except for your kids when they needed you. But they always seem like they give her a pass. And people have sat there and tried to make excuses for her not being there even when Stephanie was hooked on pills. And I'm like, there's no excuse for that. I'm sorry, but there's no excuse for that. And the other countless times that she wasn't there. Because they would rather use her as a way to be a romantic rival than actually use her to be a goddamn mother to her kids when they need them the most. When Thomas is going through all this stuff, where the hell was she? Where was she then? Like, anyway, I feel like that's pretty much about it. If I miss anything, write it down in the comment section below. I bet you come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll talk about all the shows. General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Born to Beautiful, Young and Restless. With that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.